Were you doing that?
It's most me. Anything, the big backflips, like anything super acrobatic, that's Renee Moneymaker, who's an incredible stunt performer and a former gymnast. And the other actors spent quite a few months training before we started. I was working on Bombshell and for insurance reasons couldn't start my training until I think 6 weeks out. I was kind of underestimating how difficult the roller skating would be because of I, Tonya. I was like, oh, I got this, like, that's fine. And then I got on the roller skates and I was like, oh God, no more wheels. I'm done acting and fighting on wheels. It's too hard.
At least you could get some stunt advice from your brother, though. Surely he had some helpful advice.
He'll be thrilled with the shout out. He actually he was actually working on the film as well.
Oh, great.
And so it was the first time we kind of did a job together, which was really fun.
The movie was also produced by her company Lucky Chap Entertainment, just one of their movies with women in the driver's seat.
Yeah. I pitched it when we were still shooting the first Suicide Squad film, so I really started working on it 4.5 years ago, and I kind of identified a gap in the market. Female ensemble action films just weren't really being made. I feel like in real life I'm always hanging out with a girl gang. I've got my girls in Australia, my girls in London, my girls in America, and then I rarely see that represented on screen where you see a group of women, and especially not in the action space, and especially not with an R rating. So I felt like I was hungry for it, maybe other audience members might be too.
What?
You are so cool.
Well, you don't just have your girl gang, you've obviously got hubby Tom who's doing the stuff with you as well. Between making the movies, you being in them, do you guys ever just like sit on the couch and, you know, Netflix and chill? Like, do you have any downtime?
We don't get as much downtime as we'd probably like, but we both really like what we do, and people say that, they're like, you gotta leave work at work so you guys can have, like, you know, time. This is my mum talking, by the way. My mum's like, you gotta have time for yourselves. No, we also have a lot of time to chill. And no, that's a lie. We don't have time for chill, but we have a lot of fun and we love what we do.
And you look like you do adventures still and go away and you come to Australia heaps, come home to see the fam. How important is it to you to come back? I saw that you went to Uluru a few months ago. That would have been spectacular.
Oh my God. It was incredible. It was honestly one of the best trips I've ever done. It was really, really special. So no, I obviously come home whenever I can. I come home for like 2 days sometimes, which is kind of ridiculous. But it's always worth it. You never remember the jet lag, you always remember the time you spent at home. So no, that Uluru trip was incredible.
When she's not tearing up the streets of Gotham, she's getting nominated for an Oscar for her role in Bombshell, the film about the sexual harassment scandal that ended the career of the late Fox News CEO Roger Ailes.
Would have been such an emotional movie to be involved in. Have you heard it all from any of the real-life people whose stories were being portrayed on the big screen, how they felt about it?
Yeah, I think a lot of women who worked at Fox News watched the film, and I know Megyn Kelly had particularly strong feelings about it. Of course, it would be so incredibly strange to watch that play out. Seeing another actress play you would be strange. My character's fictional, so Kayla's experiences are based on the reports of a number of women from Fox News.
Women like Rudy Bakhtia and Julie Zan, who've gone on the record discussing Margot's work with the real Megyn Kelly.
I think this is such a powerful movie, Megan. It really puts people in our shoes, I think. And Margot Robbie does a great job as being the victim.
The Margot Robbie scenes were very, very close to what actually happened.
A lot of guys have come up to me and said, I've never felt what sexual harassment might feel like until I stood in that scene with Kayla, and now I feel like, just to an extent, I understand it or felt it for a minute there, which I thought was probably the most important thing.
And such a wonderful opportunity for you with your own production company too, to create a future where people can work in environments where they feel safe and they feel supported and they don't face things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I hope one day it's just not even a conversation. But I mean, at the moment we're promoting Birds of Prey, and everyone's like, oh, a female-driven action film. And I'm like, one day we're just going to call it an action film. We're not going to have to designate, oh, and we got a female director. One day we'll just say we've got a great director.
Are we ready?
I've been told many times about your work ethic. It's clear given how much you're doing at the moment. But I loved reading that you wanted to work with Quentin Tarantino so much that you penned him a letter, which is so old school. What made you do that? And can't you just pick up the phone and call?
No, you can't. He doesn't have a phone. He's got a
really?
landline, and I don't know what the number is. Yeah, he doesn't have a phone. He's old school in his approach to filmmaking and his approach to technology. So no, I had to write a letter, but I'm a letter writer person, and I would have been too scared to say it all to him directly. Plus, I didn't even know if the letter would get to him, and thankfully it did. Because then I got the role, yeah.
One of the best experiences, I'm sure, working on one of his sets. Now, let's talk Oscars quickly because you were about to go to them next week. I saw a picture of you and Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
And you said it was the best moment of the SAG Awards. Who are you still yet to meet?
A good friend, Meryl.
Who are you still yet to rub shoulders with?
Do you know who I didn't get to meet and I really wanted to meet was J-Lo. And when I found out I got nominated for the Golden Globe, it was like the first thing I said. My husband woke me up and he's like, you got nominated for a Golden Globe. And so did so-and-so and so-and-so and J-Lo. And I was like, do you think this means I'm going to meet J-Lo? And he was like, is that really the first thing you thought of? And I was like, yes, I really want to meet J-Lo. And I didn't. I went to the Golden Globes and I didn't meet her. And then I went to SAGs and I still didn't meet her. And I'm devastated.
Well, you got to make that
I'd really
happen.
like to meet J-Lo. I know. Can you... We'll see what happens.
I thought you were going to say then, can you make that happen? I was going to say, mate, there's definitely no way I can make that happen for you.
I actually was about to say, could you hook us up, Carrie? But then I thought, might be tricky from Australia.
Well, congratulations on everything. The film is so awesome. Definitely go along, girls, and take your friends and go see it because it's just wonderful. Congratulations also on the nomination for the Oscar. Good luck. Party hard, as I'm sure you will, and hope you win.
Thank you.
And Birds of Prey is in cinemas on Thursday. So
Great work,
check it
Carrie.
out.
Did you forget what the term Netflix and chill actually means?
Look, perhaps I just meant hang on the couch and
You basically said, Margot Robbie.
having action on a couch.
Margot, do you and your partner, do you watch stuff en route?
I mean, it's concerning. Her answer was they don't get a lot of time for it.
She specifically said we don't chill. All right, let's move on, shall we? In a